Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Cara Amato M15/42. It's the Tier 3 Italian medium tank. And we're located on the north spawn of Abbey. And the commander of this vehicle is me. Yep, it's another one of my replays. And it's a reasonably funny one. At one point at least. This was the last medium tank the Italians produced before the fall of Italy, or rather the armistice, into surrender in 1943. They did produce the P2640, but it never saw service with the Italian army. It actually served with the Germans. And that was quite a good medium tank, but that was produced in 1940, designed in 1942. Built in 1943 after the Italians had surrendered. Okay, so this battle has commenced and I've headed off down to the river road, and I'm going wide because I'm letting these guys go ahead of me just to see what the enemy is ahead of us. It seems that a couple of them have actually stopped on the road, so they're going to do a quick lookout, and I'm pulling forward now. No enemy in sight, but I'm using that ridge line there to go hull down. Got quite a few of my teammates moving forward as a bunch, and I'm sitting in the hull down position waiting for the enemy to appear. I'm pretty sure there's somebody down there, but we can't see them yet. But we should very shortly. In fact, I'm virtually counting on it. We've got some enemy in the Abbey grounds. And they're being held there by other tanks on our team. There's M1441s in there. No, still no sign. And the guys are going quite a long way south. So I decide to join them. Since there's nobody here. And the blue ranked player is also moved up. I'm moved up to the Rex, and I'm spotting what that L640, that light tank, is doing. But I can see what's happening on the map, and the enemy are now in our cap area. So I'm trying to get back as quickly as I can past this H35, who's also realised that something wrong, and the M2 light has turned around. He's headed back. The enemy was in our cap area, and that was not looking good. So luckily, the enemy in the cap has actually been taken out, but I'm looking as I come around the corner because I can see there's a whole bunch of enemy there, and there's one in the Abbey grounds. Bounced on that round. Unfortunately, that enemy disappeared from sight. It was another M1542. There's an M1441s there, the Tier 2 version of the medium. Now, it looks like that 1542 has been taken out. Yep, he was taken out by our MTLS. No sign of anyone else. Oh, there's an M2 light. Now, where is he? Well, he's in the inside the Abbey grounds, but he's in that area where you can actually make your way out of the Abbey grounds, the archway. I wonder if he's actually going to do that. But we've got an LTP. He's turned up in the cap area, and that's obviously a dangerous Tier 3 Soviet light tank. And we've got another enemy, an M1441 appeared. I think he's being dealt with. Okay, that LTP has just been a nuisance that's taken out our MTLS. Okay, I'm going to have to deal with him. So I'm going to come up this corner here. Trying to use, keep myself as hull down as I can, just poking the edge up. The LTP knows I'm here. Fire a round in, get a hit. Good hit, 50 hit points. The LTP is now one shot for me. I don't think he'll be very happy to come out around that corner unless he thinks I'm distracted. And I think he thinks there's another enemy tank coming up, that L640. And it does look as if he's about to come up into the cap area. Okay, so from my position here, I'm waiting for him to come up. There's the M2 making an escape. He doesn't want to be around. And in fact, actually, there's an M2 coming up behind me. I can see the L6 now. Fire a round in. And And another, get a hit, 45, receive a hit, gets another shot into him and finish him off. Now the LTP poked his head around the corner, put a shot into me. 42 hit points. I've lost my radio man and my engine's been damaged. But I put the engine back into commission and there's an M14 and I shoot him, take him out with one shot. So that's 2 kills. And the LTP pokes around and I take him out with the last shot. 17 hit points, but I've got 3 kills. Okay, the M2 lights, there's only 4 people left on my team. An M15 is on the midway, the M2 light that's nearby, and an H35 who's down the other end of the map. We're outnumbered. Well, it's 4 against 6, so we're outnumbered, but it's not an impossible position. I pulled up to this set of bushes here because I want to see any enemy coming from the south, but I also want to be covered just in case they come up around. Now I can see on the mini-map that the enemy is actually virtually over on all on the east side of the map, or at least 3 of them are on the east side of the map, and they're on the river road. So I'm redeploying, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look. Can't see them that south, so okay, I'm going to have a quick look on the Abbey road, on the river road rather, see if I can spot them as they're making their way upwards, up north. I'm assuming that that's the road they're going to take as they come up. If so, the M1542 that's on the midpoint should spot them as they're making their way north. I'm trying to get as hull down as I can in this position here and spot the enemy. I've got binoculars, although they cannot activate it until I'm actually stationary. I'm using the Rex for cover. Okay, now binoculars will activate. They have. And I've got my camo net up as well. Nobody there. Wait for them to activate again. And they're activated. Nobody inside. That means they're not coming this way. The 1542 would have spotted them if they were on the east side of the map. They must be on the west side of the map. And that means they're more than likely going to be coming up the other side. So I'm going to go and take back the previous position. Okay. I've got my repair kit back, but I haven't got my I've just got the radio operator back in working order, because obviously I need to receive signals or communications from the 1542 if he spots something. Nobody yet. I'm fully expecting somebody to come up this side. Surely. Nobody yet. M2 light's still sitting in his perch. And I'm quite happy now to try and take a forward position a little further over to the west using those trees and see if I can spot the enemy as they're approaching. And now we've got the 1441 has appeared near our 1542. Okay, so I can hit him from the bushes. So I'm going to try and move as close as I can to the bushes using the bush mechanic. No, I'm not going. I'm just going to see him. I'm not using the bush mechanic. The 1542 rather is spotting for me. And that 1441 appears to be trying to get up the cliff at the 1542, but he's failing. And I've been joined by the M2 light, and I think the M2 light's going to fire as well. Fire first round in, get a hit, 51 hit points, and another hit, 50 hit points, one more, 53, and one more, and no, actually he was taken out by the M2, who was kill stealing. You nasty little kill stealer, you. I don't mind. So the M2 light's now got 2 kills, and we've got another candidate for Wacky Wonder of the Week. Yes, it's a 1542 this time. He's actually tried to make his run up, and I'm going to use this wreck for cover. Yeah, here he is. Hello. First round in, 55. Second round in, bounces. Third round in, that goes in, 50 hit points. Third round. This time I get the kill shot. Thank you very much. That's 4 kills for me, 2 for the M2 light. The M2 was actually helping. He's actually got the standard gun, not the the machine gun that you normally see. But I've moved forward to that wreck again. And I was thinking to actually hide in this wreck area, because that 1542 might have actually seen me. Well, I decided to push the wreck around to give me a little all-round protection. And look at that, we've got a 1441. He's come up, and here he comes. He's coming up onto the cap area. I don't think he knows I'm here. I'm nicely situated. The M2 light's moving up. I think he's going to the bushes. Okay, right, so we've got a 1441. He's going to have a look, see where he's gone. He's gone around the front. Okay, he's going to spot that 1441 in a second. I'm waiting for him to pop up. He has popped up. No, it's a Cruiser 3. Oh, and he's engaging the Cruiser 3. Right, I've got to help him. Let's get into action. I've got to rush over here quickly, take out the Cruiser 3. And there's the 1441 as well. The M2 light is, I think he's going to try and take them all on. Oh dear. Okay, Cruiser 3. First shot misses. Second shot kills the Cruiser 3. Okay, now time for the comedy kill. Let's jump up and down on top of the M1441. So I drive out and shotgun him and drive over the top of him. And that's my Top Gun. And that was very satisfying. So now it's just a matter now from being at a disadvantage to now being at an advantage. We're one tank up on the enemy. He's only got 2, I've got 3. And I've got my Top Gun. But there's still a possibility we could get a Radley's. But of course I can't get a Radley's at tier 3. But it would be nice to get 8 kills anyway. So let's have a look and see what we do. So M2 Light and me headed south. We're going to use the perch at H3 and see what we can see. And there's the M2 Light using his superior speed to outrun me. After all, he is a light tank, I'm a medium, so I'm a little bit slower. Okay, M2, oh, looks like he went over a bump there. He may have tumbled. I don't think he nearly came a cropper there. Would have been funny actually if I found him upturned. But we can see the M1441 is actually engaging our 1542 on the other side of the map, on the Abbey Road. And there's a 1542 in the cap area. Okay, so we're going to have a look and see if we can spot him. M2 Light, I think, has already done some spotting. Can we see the other one, the 1542? No. Nobody in sight. Okay, we're going to have to go to the cap and try and get to the enemy 1441. The 1542 manages to finish him off. So unfortunately there's not going to be any chance of getting a an 8 kills out of this. But I can still do nicely out of it. Okay, now I've thought about going through the front, but then I see that the 1542 is actually on the Abbey Road and preventing our 1542 from moving south. He is taking fire, so I'm coming up into the cap area. Okay. I'm moving forward. We lost our 1542 on the Abbey Road, unfortunately, on the River Road. But I'm pretty sure that 1542 is going to come straight back into the cap. But I'm not going to tell him I'm here. I'm actually going to drive around the cap, and the M2 Light's going around the front of the cap area. I'm going to drive up here because I think the 1542 is coming back. And yes, he is. There he is. Fire first round in. Get a hit. Second a hit. Third a hit. Fourth a hit and takes him down. 7 kills. And a win 8 of 4-2-4-0 from a disadvantage of 2 tanks down. We're now at a winning game, 15-13. And that was quite satisfying, that was. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. No, that's not what we wanted to see. That's what we wanted to see. this was the end of battle results. I got a first class tanker, a Reaper medal, because I actually took out 3 enemies in a row with 3 shots. And I also got a sharpshooter badge for getting 10 or more consecutive hits, a master gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating rounds in a row, a duelist for taking down 2 enemies who did damage to me during the battle, and also a 5 for effect for dealing more damage than the hit points of my own vehicle, on top of which I managed to get a top gun. That is, I managed to kill at least 6 enemy. In fact, I got 7 in this battle. So let's have a look at team scores. Well, I topped the damage table on my team with 816 hit points. The M2 Lite managed 334 for his 2 kills, which is not bad. But I managed to carry the team mostly with the help of the M2 Lite. I got 7. And when it came to base XP, I got 738, which is also quite a satisfying score. Now, 25 shots fired, 21 direct hits, 19 penetration, damage of 816 hit points, of which 339 were at more than 300 meters. Those are the ones near the Abbey, near the 1542 that was up on the perch. I received 5 hits during the battle. 2 were penetration, 3 were non-penetration, and those were from the LTP, funnily enough, who was shooting at me directly. I blocked damage of 137 hit points. I damaged 8 of the enemy, which is more than half the team, and killed 7 of them. On a premium account, I earned 18,497 credits, but after repair and ammunition resupply, and I did use a lot of APCR in this battle. I was mostly firing APCR. I'd actually left it on APCR virtually all the way, so that was extremely naughty of me. So I actually made a loss of 18,672 credits over the battle. But I got a XP of 1,107, plus a personal reserves bonus of the same, so I took away 2,214. But I thought it was funny for the comedy kill where I jumped up on, jumped down over the cliff onto the M14 41. Because it was just very funny the way that he was just sitting there below, with not realizing there was somebody coming down on top of him from above. I think he just wasn't paying attention. It was very much tunnel vision on the M2 Lite and didn't realize what was coming down on top of him. But it all worked out okay in the end, and the win 8 for the battle was 4467. Not bad. I hope you enjoyed this replay. If you did, then please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.